Alycat's indie viewers. So today is part 1 of my December 2016 favorites. If you don't know what favorites are, it's just where I list everything I loved in the entertainment industry over the past couple of weeks. And I always split these into 2 parts because I have way too many favorites. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to sit here for like a 30-minute long video, so you get 2 for the price of 1. So to kick things off with movies I've really enjoyed the past couple of weeks. Again, I'm taking part in the 365-day film challenge where I watch 1 film a day for a year. So if you'd like to follow my progress on that and see the written reviews for the films I mentioned, please visit alycatgeekery.com. I'll have links in the description box down below. I would really love it if you read my articles. Let's just get started. The first movie I really enjoyed was Buried. Now this is a tour de force by Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is practically the only actor in this film, and his character is a truck driver who is in Iraq, and he wakes up to find himself buried in a wooden coffin, and the only resources he has are a lighter, a flashlight, the flask he has with him, and a mysterious cell phone. And throughout the film, he tries to escape the coffin, and I won't say anything else because anything else would be a spoiler. If you like films about survival and you want to see Ryan Reynolds in one of the best performances of his career, definitely check this out. Some people will find this boring, but if you like survival movies, this is for you. The next film up is The Descent. It took me forever to see this, but I'm so glad I finally made myself watch it. It was phenomenal. The Descent is about a group of 6 women who decide to go on a caving expedition because one of the women has suffered a traumatic accident. It quickly goes awry. They get trapped in a cave only to find themselves encased in this cave with flesh-eating monstrosities, and it's just such a gory, genuinely unsettling film. To me, it wasn't particularly scary. It's very jump scare heavy, but it's full of action. It's very well done, very well paced, and it looks incredible. The film is mostly shot with red and black tones, but occasionally you'll see the film shot in night vision or something else, or you'll see an outside shot, and I just really thought it was a unique film, a very well done horror film, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. The next film up, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this, but that is Steve Jobs. Michael Fassbender. I did not think I could love him more than I already did, but his portrayal of Steve Jobs was just so magnetic and so amazing that I'm just head over heels in love with him now. Some people will find this movie boring. It does only cover 3 product launches. It doesn't really cover Steve Jobs' life between the product launches, but it has amazing performances by, of course, Michael Fassbender, but also Kate Winslet, Jeff Daniels, Seth Rogen, and Catherine Waterston. And it's very interesting to see the man himself, this legend, being portrayed on screen. And Danny Boyle, the director, does not hide Steve Jobs' flaws because he shows the man both the good parts of him and the bad. He shows him how he was portrayed to be in real life. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't make him seem like a hero, but he doesn't make him seem like a villain. He's a person. And I love Aaron Sorkin's script as well. If you know Aaron Sorkin's script work, he always writes really fast-paced screenplays where everyone talks a mile a minute, basically without breathing. I adored that, and I thought it added to the film. It's also a very well edited, very beautiful, clean, crisp film, and I adored that, and I highly recommend it. If you're into Steve Jobs, you are interested in Apple, or you just want to see a fantastic film and that sounds interesting to you, I'd highly recommend Steve Jobs. The next film up, you're gonna kill me for not seeing this sooner, but it's the Shawshank Redemption. Now, oh my gosh, this is a masterpiece of a film. If you don't know what the Shawshank Redemption is about, it's about a man named Andy Dufresne, who is played by Tim Robbins, and he has been accused of murdering his wife and her lover, so he is sent to Shawshank, a prison, to complete his sentence. And there, it just shows how throughout the years he becomes friends with some of the inmates and what happens in Shawshank. And this is a very unsettling film. It's very emotional. I was actually crying at several points during this film. It's also very heartwarming. I was very surprised to learn that this was based off of a Stephen King novella called Rita Hayworth and Shawshank. But this is so phenomenal, so good. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It is a little depressing, but it's just so good, and every actor in this film is phenomenal. Next is Blue Jay. Blue Jay is currently streaming on US Netflix. I don't know about any other countries, you'll have to check. But Blue Jay was produced by the Duplass brothers, and it stars Mark Duplass and Sarah Paulson. And it's about two people named Jim and Amanda. They used to be high school sweethearts, and they meet 24 years later in the small town that they grew up in. And it just traces how they interact with each other over one day and one night. And it's really, really fascinating. It's shot in black and white. The whole film was improvised. They didn't go off a script. They just made up these characters and what the characters said and did. And it was a very beautiful, moving portrait of two people. And their chemistry was so palpable. You could feel it basically crackling off the screen. And I did cry at this film. It was emotional, but I also laughed. I felt like I was watching two old friends together, two lovers together, and it's just a very heartwarming film, and if that sounds interesting to you, I highly recommend it. Next up is eXistenZ. Now this is my first Cronenberg film I've ever watched, and I feel like this is a good place to start because it's not too into the body horror that Cronenberg is known for, but it's also not something totally different than what Cronenberg is known for, if you get my drift. eXistenZ stars Jennifer Jason Leigh as a game designer who has created a new game called eXistenZ, and it's basically a virtual reality game, and everyone has these fleshy game consoles that have basically an umbilical cord that plugs into your back via a bioport, as they're called, and you're transported to a virtual reality world. She is having a conference, and this crazy young man comes up and tries to kill her with this weird pistol. She is taken by Jude Law's character, and he protects her, but she also enlists him to help her try to find out if her game is malfunctioning. And it's just a very interesting look at virtual reality about the state of gaming, but it's also a really interesting story. And Jennifer Jason Leigh and Jude Law are fantastic in this film. I also really love seeing Christopher Eccleston and Willem Dafoe in cameo roles because they were both really strong in their roles and they just added to the film. And plus, who doesn't love Christopher Eccleston as the Ninth Doctor? I mean, just seeing the Ninth Doctor in a Cronenberg film is amazing. But I love this film and I had a really good time with it. If you haven't jumped into Cronenberg's films yet, I would say this is probably a good place to start because, like I said, it's not super gory, not super body horror-esque, but it is Cronenberg. You still get that feel. And the last film I enjoyed over the last couple of weeks has been 300. Again, I know I should have seen this way sooner, but I didn't. But I loved it. It's probably my favorite Zack Snyder film. It is very stylish, which he's known for, but I love the sword and sandals epic feel of it because it is based on Sparta. This is Sparta! But Gerard Butler is just gorgeous as King Leonidas. And Michael Fassbender is in this film, which I did not know ahead of time. And oh my gosh, Michael Fassbender. Also, I didn't know Lena Headey was in this, and she's fantastic. But this is just a very fun sword and sandals epic. You need to see it if you haven't seen it. It's not as gory as people made it out to be, but it's still very beautiful, and the effects are awesome, and it's just a fun, wild ride. Now moving on to games I've enjoyed. I played the first episode of Minecraft Story Mode, and actually it's pretty fun. I'm not the biggest fan of Minecraft, the base game, but I love Telltale Games, and they've done a phenomenal job so far with Minecraft. So I'm going to have to buy the season pass, because I need to know what happens after this first episode, and I need to continue the story. And this is one of Telltale's most accessible games because kids can play it, but adults can also play it and enjoy it. It's just so much fun, and it's so funny, and it's just so cute, and I need to play the rest of it now. All of the music I enjoyed is listed in the description box down below, so give the songs a listen and let me know what you think. And lastly, for YouTube channels I've enjoyed, the first has been Rosianna Halls Rojas. She makes really interesting vlog type videos, and I just love hearing her perspective on things and seeing her life, and she's just really fascinating to me. Also, I've really enjoyed the Vlogbrothers videos, which they don't need my help with their channel. They have over 2 million subscribers, but it's just really interesting to hear Hank and John Green's thoughts on things, and their stance on things, and it's just really interesting. If you haven't checked out their channel, check it out. So those are all my favorites for the first part of December. What have been your favorites so far? Let me know in the comment box down below. If you liked the video, make sure to leave me a like. Also, if you liked it, make sure to share it because it helps the channel grow. And if you liked what you've seen and heard and you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit my face over here so you can subscribe to my channel and see all my videos. Also hit the bell down there so you're always notified when a video is uploaded. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, all those links will be in the description box as well. Thank you so much for watching and for spending your time with me. It means the world to me. I love you guys. Peace and kisses. Bye!